Friends, today we will learn about matrices. That is the third chapter of your NCRT book. Now, what do we understand by the term matrix? Matrix is matrix is a rectangular arrangement of numbers or functions. Since it is rectangular arrangement, it is two-dimensional. Now, what is two-dimensional matrix? It is called a two-dimensional matrix as it consists of the number of rows and the number of columns. Number of rows and number of columns. Horizontal ones are called rows and the vertical one are called columns. For example, in matrix A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So horizontal one is row 1. This one is row 2. Similarly, vertical one is C1. Second vertical line is called C2 and the third vertical is C3. And M by N matrix is usually written as A equal to A11, A12 and so on up till A1n, A21, A22, A2n, AM1, AM2 up till AMN. What do we understand by order of a matrix? Order of a matrix means number of rows multiplied by number of columns. That means order of the above said matrix is M by N. In compact form, the above matrix is represented by A equal to Aij M by N, where M by N is the order of a matrix. That means order of a matrix is number of rows by number of columns. Numbers A11, A12 till AMN are known as elements of the matrix A, where Aij is an element which is at ith row and jth column. For example, there is a matrix B which is given as 1, 2, 3, 2, 0, 4. Now this order of this matrix is 2 by 3, as it consists of 2 rows and 3 columns. Now here, if we want to represent the number A11, what would be A11 in this matrix, this particular matrix? A11 will be the number which is in the first row and first column. First row and first column is first row and first column. So the number is 1. A, 2, 3. Now this will represent a number which is in second row and third column. Second row means this row and third column is here. So the number will be 4. There can be a question in board exam. For example, it can be asked in board exam that you have to construct a 2 by 3 matrix where Aij is equal to I plus j. Now, as we know that 2 by 3 matrix means this matrix consists of 2 rows and 3 columns. That means A11, A12, A13, A21, A22 and A23. 2 by 3 would be the order of this resulting matrix. Now how to find A11? A11 can be found out by using this formula which is already given in the question. A11 equals to 1 plus 1, that is 2. A12 will be equal to 1 plus 2, that will be 3. A13 will be equal to 1 plus 3, that would be 4. Now A21 is 2 plus 1, which is 3. A22 is 2 plus 2, which is 4. And A23 is 2 plus 3 equals to 5. Now the resulting matrix can be written as first one A11. So 2 will be replaced, A11 will be replaced by 2. A12 will be replaced by 3. A13 by 4. So in place of A21 we can write 3, A22 we can write 4 and A23 we can write 5. That means this will be the resulting matrix. Now we will consider another example. Suppose we have if a matrix has 8 elements, what are the possible orders it can have? We know that if a matrix is of order m by n, it has mn elements. If any matrix is of order m by n, then it has mn elements. Thus, to find all possible orders of a matrix with 8 elements, we will find all ordered pairs of natural numbers whose product is 8. Thus, all possible ordered pairs are 1 8, 8 1, 4 2 and 2 4. Therefore, possible orders are 1 by 8, 8 by 1, 2 by 4 and 4 by 2. There are different types of matrices which we have to discuss. First one is row matrix. Any matrix which has single row. For example, A having elements 1, 2, 3. It has only row 1. That is why this one is known as row matrix. Second is column matrix. Column matrix is any matrix which has only one column. For example, B is 1, 0, 2. Now, equality of matrices. Now, in this we consider two matrices. Now, for two matrices A, suppose A and B are two matrices. A and B are two matrices. These matrices are said to be equal if they are of the same order and secondly, each element of A is equal to the corresponding element of B. That is, Aij is equal to Bij for all I and j. For example, 2, 3, 0, 1. Let this be a matrix A and B is another matrix having element 2, 3, 0, 1. The two matrices A and B are equal as A11 of the first matrix is equal to 2 and A11 of the second matrix is also 2. A12 is 3 and A12 of the second matrix is 3. A21 is equal to 0 and here A21 is 0. Also A22 equals to 1 and A22 of the second matrix is also equal to 1. Since each corresponding element of both the matrices are equal, therefore the given matrices are equal. Now, I would like to take another example in which it is given that if suppose x plus 3, 4, minus 7, minus 6, minus 1, 0, b minus 3, minus 21 and 0 is one matrix which is equal to second matrix 0, 4, minus 7, minus 6, minus 1, 0, 2, minus 21, 0. And we have to find the value of x and b. Solution. As we know that if two matrices are equal, their corresponding elements must be equal. So these two matrices are equal. So we can say that x plus 3 must be equal to 0 and b minus 3 should be equal to 2. Solving these two, we get the value of x as minus 3 and b as 5. So these are the required values or null matrix. 0 or null matrix. If in a matrix all the elements are 0, then it is called a 0 matrix and it is generally denoted by O. Thus, A equals to Aij m cross n is a 0 matrix, if Aij is equal to 0 for all I and j. For example, A is equal to 0, 0, 0. A is any column matrix having all the elements 0. So it can also be written as A is equal to O. This O stands for 0 matrix. Here A is null matrix of order 3 by 1. 3 by 1, as it consists of 3 rows and 1 column. Next is diagonal matrix. If all the non-diagonal elements of a square matrix are 0, if all non-diagonal elements of a square matrix are 0, then it is called a diagonal matrix. Thus, a square matrix, a square matrix A equals to Aij is a diagonal matrix. If Aij equals to 0 when I is not equal to j. For example, 2 0 0 0 3 0 0 0 4 diagonally. This matrix, this type of matrix is called a diagonal matrix. It can also be indicated as diagonal 2 3 4, which means that all diagonal elements of the matrix are 2 3 and 4. That means A11 is 2, A22 is 3 and A33 equals to 4, whereas rest of the elements are 0. A diagonal matrix is said to be scalar matrix if its diagonal elements are equal. That is, a square matrix B, Bij n cross n is said to be a scalar matrix if Bij equals to 0 when I is not equal to j, and Bij equals to k when I is equal to j for some constant k. For some constant k. Now, for example, we have a matrix A which is equal to 3, as it is 1 by 1 matrix. Also B with -1 0 0 -1. One more example, C matrix having elements √3 0 0 0 √3 0 0 0 √3. So this type of matrix is a diagonal matrix in which all the elements which are at the position of A11, A22, A33, all these elements are same. Unit matrix. Next type of matrix is unit matrix. Now, what do we understand by unit matrix? Any square matrix in which elements in the diagonal are all 1 and rest of the elements are all zeros is called an identity element, identity matrix. In other words, we can say that the square matrix A equals to Aij is an identity matrix or unit matrix if Aij is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j, and Aij is equal to some element which is 1 if I is equal to j. इसको कट करना पड़ेगा. Unit matrix, a square matrix in which elements in the diagonal are all 1 and rest are all 0 is called an identity matrix or a unit matrix. In other words, the square matrix A equals to Aij n by n is an identity matrix or unit matrix. If Aij equals to 0, if I is not equal to j, and Aij equals to 1 if I equal to j. We denote the unit matrix by I. We denote it by I. I is equal to matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. That means this unit matrix is also a square matrix as well as a diagonal matrix in which all the elements which are present in the diagonal position, that is A11 at the position A11, A22, A33, all these are 1 only. Then it is called a unit matrix.